Hey, what's up guys? It's your dad, and I just want to take you through a quick tour of my retro gaming setup. This is a Sony Trinitron. If you know anything about retro gaming, you know that old school consoles are best played on a CRT, and if you know anything about CRTs, you know that the Trinitrons are among the best consumer grade tubes you can get. This particular model is the KV36FV26 and retailed for $1,699.99 when it hit the market in the early 2000s. Nowadays, with LED HD displays being everywhere, people just straight up give away their old CRTs. I found mine at Goodwill for 20 bucks with the stand. I made sure it only supports resolutions up to 480i before I bought it, because any TVs that go higher than that won't work with light guns because of the input lag, so even HD CRTs are out of the question. In the stand, I have my Nintendo consoles, from the NES going up to the Wii, with each console hooked up using the best possible picture quality it can output to an SD CRT. The NES is going through composite, which definitely looks pretty bad when compared to the Super Nintendo's native RGB output, but whatever. The NES is capable of being modded with RGB, but RGB modded regular Nintendos go for hundreds of dollars on eBay, and for now, that's just not worth spending that kind of money for something like that. And here's my Sega stack, from the Sega Master System up to the Dreamcast, one of my favorite consoles ever made. All systems are capable of RGB right out of the box, which, if you haven't seen the difference RGB makes from composite, it's pretty nuts. Here's Super Mario Bros. On the regular Nintendo using composite. And here's the same game ported over on the Genesis, hooked up through RGB.
You can't do this on Nintendo.
In total, I have 10 consoles hooked up and ready to go, including the PS1 tucked in here with my games on the bookshelf. Getting this setup was pretty time consuming. Back behind the TV is a mess of cords and a huge power strip. The TV itself doesn't have enough inputs for all the consoles, so I had to invest in some switch boxes. These two over here are for composite, this one is for a component, and well, I have a SCART switch box too, which took like a month to get here from the UK, but I didn't think to order a SCART cord to plug into the video audio output, so guess what? Now I'm waiting on that cord to come in. On my Goodwill visits, I come across these plug-and-plays a lot, and I'll buy some good ones if I see any. As for my game collection, it is kind of small right now, but many of the games I do actually have are definitely worth owning. My major focus lately, though, has been on hardware. I still want to get a few more consoles like the Xbox, PS2, and some earlier ones like the Neo Geo and TurboGrafx, and yup, all of them will be plugged into the same TV. For my audio output, I'm using the TV's built-in speakers, which have great bass, by the way, thanks to all that extra room it has being a CRT. And I'm also using some external 40-watt 2.1 PC speakers I hooked up using phone-connected RCA converters and some RCA extension cords. I do have a couple later consoles, like the PS3 and the Wii U, which are hooked up through my computer monitor, and they look gorgeous on this display. Especially the Wii U when it plays native 1080p games like Smash Bros. So that's my retro gaming setup. If you got a pretty cool retro gaming setup, you can go ahead and post in the comments. If you can take a picture, I'm sure you can take a picture. Take a picture, upload it to a to an image uploading website or whatever, and post it in the comments and let me check it out. Let us check it out. Let the internet check it out. So I mean that's it. So thanks for watching.